Team Major Calisthenics. In this topic of video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of having scapular stability and control. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Having a scapular control and stability and why it's so important. Scapular control is the ability to be able to control your shoulder blades, i.e. protraction or retraction. If you don't know what protraction is, it is a process where you pull your shoulder blades away from each other. So if you can see my back, this is protraction because my shoulder blades are being pulled away. Retraction is the opposite, where you bring your shoulder blades back together and hold. And each exercise will have a specific function when it comes to learning a specific calisthenics movement and also correcting any muscular imbalances. We've dealt with many clients in the past who have come in and they were doing, lots of weightlifting, lots of barbell work, even cables and dumbbells, but they still have this muscular imbalance. And when we get them to do, for example, pull-ups or push-ups, we can see it. For example, pull-ups, their shoulders would go up first, one shoulder, and then the other one being pushed down. And this has an effect on their nerves, right? They'd get neck spasm up here and even tingling feelings in their fingertips and in their forearm, all because of this muscular imbalance. So as soon as we started teaching our clients more awareness when it comes to scapular activation, not only their strength has skyrocketed, injuries have gone down, and also their mind and muscle connection has improved, all because of this one little area. And you can literally add it into the warm-up for like less than 5 minutes. And it will make such a heaps of a difference to your training. So in this video, this is what we're going to be covering, right? Before I get in, if you like what you see so far, give us a thumbs up and consider pressing the subscribe button so you can come back for more videos like this. Let's go. Starting things off, very, very simple. This is called the scapular push-up. Essentially, you are going to be moving your shoulder blades into a scapular retraction and also a protraction whilst holding a palm plank or being in a push-up position, okay? So the setup is having your shoulders stacked on top of your wrists, bum push down. You see how my shoulders are nice in line with my hips and in my heels. I'm gonna lower down my shoulder blades, retraction, and then protract. Suck your chest in. Retract, protract, retract, protract 3, retract, 4, one more, retract, protract. A little cue that has helped me and my clients is think about there's a stick. Someone has a stick or perhaps a gun or a weapon. They're gonna come and stab you in the chest, and the immediate reaction is just to suck your chest in, right? I'm going to be showing you some of the common mistakes that I usually see, right? And we want to fix this right away, okay? So initially, they get into a plank position, but as you come down, the hips come down as well, okay? Like that. It's always the hips and the lower back are pretty much in line with each other. The only thing that's moving is the shoulder blades, okay? And if you feel like you can't protract anymore, it means that you probably have another 20% left in the tank. So you really want to push tall, okay? So rather than letting your hips sink, like so, you keep it nice and engaged. So push your bum down, core tight, glutes tight, in a posterior pelvic tilt. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Yeah, smash that out between 8 to 10 reps for 1 to 2 sets as part of your warm-up. And this is going to help you to improve your mind and muscle connection. Really strengthen your shoulders too, okay? So give that a shot. Make sure your shoulders are in line with your hips. Nothing should be disconnected, okay? Tension in your lower body and your core is a must. The next exercise is called the posterior and anterior pelvic flow. So this is essentially the same as the scapular push-up, but you're gonna be doing it on your elbows, okay? So it's gonna be a little bit more easier for you to control your shoulder blades moving back and forth, okay? You're gonna have more control in that area. However, a lot of people would mess up with their butt. Okay, so let's get into the elbow plank. Shoulders stacked on top of your elbows. Boom. Push your bum out. Okay. Body in a nice straight line. And we're just going to do the scapular movement. So retract, protract. 1, 2, squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes. 3, 4, and 5. Very, very simple. Now here's what I always see people do, especially my clients that initially. Okay, so they move their shoulder blades fine, but they use their butt to come up. All right, so it shows lack of core and hip awareness. And this is the beautiful thing about calisthenics. It teaches you more mind and muscle connection rather than just mindlessly going to lift a dumbbell or a machine without much thought or much concentration. Everything has to connect. How you do something is how you do everything. And if you get really good at this, it's going to have a positive carryover into other skills such as the planche, the handstand. Okay, so the key, keep your butt pushed down, boom. Okay, and the only thing that's moving is your shoulder blades. Shh. 2 more. And last one. 5. Boom. That's that. You can do this for 10 to 12 reps for 1 to 2 sets as a part of your warm-up. So we are about halfway through this video, team. If you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up and press the subscribe button so that way you can come back for more video like this one. Carrying on. All right, next exercise I'm going to be showing you is called the scapular pull-up. So this will now work on more of the pulling element. Okay, and it's a great prerequisite to be able to master your first pull-up. So if you're someone who don't have a pull-up yet or is looking to improve their pull-ups, this is the go-to. Because oftentimes when I see new clients who come in and work with us and they had a weightlifting background, their pull-up will look a little something like this. Can you see the disconnection there? One side is doing more work than the other, and what that leads to is muscular imbalance. And then eventually, you're going to get an injury through overtraining or other muscles overcompensating, for example, the neck, right? So the fix is very simple, scapular pull-ups. And the movement is you're going to have your arms fully locked out. And all you're going to do is think about pulling your shoulder blades down and back, like so, whilst keeping your arms locked out. Core tight, glutes tight. Pull your shoulder blades down and back. Boom. Open up the chest a little bit and then open up. Okay, so very, very simple. So arms locked out, knees and feet together. If your bar is low, you just bend your knees. Boom. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So when I grip onto the bar, I want to think about bending the bar in half and have your thumbs wrapped under and around the bar. The only reason I say that is because when you wrap your thumbs under, it's going to target your inner side of the forearms and you're not going to be hanging on your fingertips. You want to have a full grip strength, okay? So think there's an apple in between your shoulder blades. You want to crush that apple with your shoulder blades, all right? So if I show you from the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! I feel that too. And what's really important is that I'd like you to record yourself. Record, watch, and notice which shoulders is going up more. So if your left side is going up, you need to put more awareness into working more on the left side, okay? Learn how to record, analyze, so that way you can then progress whilst doing this on your own. And when it comes to the rep ranges for this, I'd say 8 to 12 reps for 1 to 2 sets as a part of your warm-up before you get into the main workout. The final exercise is called the standing banded scapular protraction. This was what my coach used to teach me when it comes to learning the planche because my protraction was really, really bad. So we are going to be using a thin resistance band, okay? The thinner you have, the better. So this is, I believe it's around 15 to 30 pounds, okay? So place your hands on both sides, like so. Wrap it around the upper back, arms locked out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to externally rotate my elbow. So I'm going to push my elbow joint up, like so. When you push it up, you're going to be targeting more of your biceps and also your front shoulders. Okay, so boom. We're going to go into a retraction, shoulder blades back, and then protraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So a common thing that people like to do is they just focus mainly on the upper part and they leave engagement from the lower part, especially in the core and in the glutes. That's what we want to avoid. So when we are standing tall, rather than arching your back, think about pulling your belly button back towards your spine, tucking your pelvis forward, keeping that tension all within your core and legs, okay? So there's no arching, boom. Core tight, and notice, look, a lot of people would do this, okay? So no, posterior pelvic tilt, 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Oof, that's it. And we'll do this for 10 to 12 reps for 1 to 2 sets. Yes team, so when it comes to programming this, you can actually do all of these exercises in a superset for 1 to 2 sets before you do the main workout. So after you've done your arm movements, your wrist warm-ups, using your band, warming up your wrist. If you don't know, I'll leave a link up here somewhere in the video for the warm-up. You then proceed and do scapular pull-ups, scapular push-ups, standing banded protraction, posterior and anterior pelvic flow. And yeah, that's how you do it. 1 to 2 sets. You could even combine the first 2 exercises together and then the last 2 exercises together, or just switch it around. As long as you warm up properly, you're gonna have more of an effective training session. That's all for this video team. I hope you enjoy what you've seen. If you do, give us a thumbs up and consider pressing the subscribe button so that way you can come back for more videos like this one. And if you want to work with us one-to-one, where we give you the groundwork, the framework, the know-how from A through all the way to C, so that way you ain't gotta try to figure it out on yourself, being stuck in a plateau, getting frustrated and not being consistent with your training because you don't enjoy it, because you don't see the progress, then head over to the link down below in the description to learn more about online coaching. Thanks so much for watching. We catch you in the next video.